Hello, and thanks for your purchase. My name is Kate, and today I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Lunderg Early-Alert Bed Alarm system. Let's start by seeing what's inside the box. One early alert pad, which is here. 4 rubber bands and 4 clips, which you can use to secure the pad to the bed. The monitor, or pager, which comes unmounted to comply with regulations. 2 AA batteries. A small, very convenient screwdriver. 1 wall mount for the monitor with adhesive and screws, whichever you prefer. And lastly, the user manual, which we highly recommend that you read before using the set. Before I show you how to set it up, I want to quickly identify what makes the Lunderg Early-Alert Bed Alarm system so innovative. Traditional systems can only detect when there is no pressure directly applied to the pad. In other words, if pressure is removed, the alarm sounds. This means you will not be alerted until after your loved one stands up from their bed. The Lunderg Early-Alert Bed Alarm system solves this problem by notifying you before your loved one gets out of bed. That's right, before. Our bed sensor pad has 2 different sensor zones. The low false alarm zone located at the center of the pad, and the early alert zones located on the sides of the pad. The low false alarm zone works like a traditional system, so only when pressure is completely removed from the pad will the alarm sound. The early alert zones can detect when your loved one is in these zones and about to stand up. This means the monitor will sound and an alert will be sent to the monitor before your loved one has left their bed. All right, before I go any further, I want to put the batteries inside the monitor. There's a small screw here, and that's why we include the screwdriver. We want to make sure this clip is very secure and it never falls out. Now that we know the basics, we can get started. The first thing we have to do is turn on the pad. To do so, we need to open the transmitter pocket, which is located at the end of the pad. Inside the pocket, we can find the transmitter. There's a switch with 3 positions: TX only, off, and both sides mode. I'll set it to TX only. TX only will activate the early alert function we explained before, but only on the transmitter side of the sensor pad. That's this section here. So the alarm will sound when a patient is sitting on the side of the pad and about to leave their bed, while the other side remains in normal setting, which is the same as the center of the pad in the low false alarm zone. We recommend using the TX only setting in king or queen beds, or beds with only one side to exit from. The both sides setting will enable the early alert function on both sides of the sensor pad, and we recommend this setting to be used in twin size beds with 2 sides to exit from. We recommend to not use this setting on a large or double bed, as you will get false alarms if the person moves to the center of the bed. Once we place the pad on the bed, remember that the top side of the pad, the side that says this side must face up, should be facing up, and the neck of the sensor pad should be hanging off the edge of the bed. Position the sensor pad across the bed beneath the hips of the patient. It's important to mention that the pad should be on top of the mattress and never below it. It simply won't work if it's under the mattress. The sensor pad can be covered by the bed sheets. That's perfectly fine. We recommend securing the pad to the bed using the provided clips and rubber bands. They attach to these 4 holes, and you can find more information about them in the user manual or on the quick guide printed on the back side of the sensor pad. Now that we've switched on the pad and it's in TX only or both sides mode, we can pair it with the monitor. First, we need to turn the monitor on. The on-off switch is found on the side of the monitor. I'll turn it on now. Then we press the pair button until the status LED light turns a steady green. Make sure to complete the pairing before the light turns off. Next, we press and release the center zone of the pad, and this will complete the pairing. The status LED won't be steady anymore, and the Sensor 1 red LED light will blink once to indicate it has been recorded. Your monitor can control up to 3 sensor pads or other compatible devices. If you had another pad or device already paired, it would then be added as Sensor 2 or Sensor 3. Before you put a sheet over the top of the pad, it's very important that you test it to be sure it's properly working. You can do this by pressing and releasing the pad. Once released, the alarm should sound and the sensor light will blink red to indicate the alarm is activated. To stop the alarm, press the stop button. Note that the bed alarm remains paired after pressing stop, and it will be activated again as soon as it detects weight on it. If you want to change the volume settings, simply press the volume button. There are 3 possible settings: high volume with vibration, low volume with vibration, and vibration only. Now let me show you how the Lunderg Early-Alert Bed Alarm system works. Once the sensor pad is paired with the monitor and set up as explained before, the alarm will sound when weight is removed from the pad or right before the person starts to stand up. Unlike competitors, and thanks to our patented smart technology, the Early Alert system detects the process of standing up and notifies you before your loved one is already out of bed. For basic care and maintenance instructions, such as how to know when your battery is low and other super useful tips for the caregiver, please check our user manual. We spend a lot of time on it, and we recommend that you read it. And lastly, if you have any questions, please contact us at questions@lunderg.com, and we will reply in less than 24 hours. Thanks!